It's not the usual way I spend my Saturday. I'm actually at B&Q in the garden section. To be honest with you, I'm just looking out here for no reason whatsoever, just for the gorgeous plants, to be honest. But I'm actually here to get some paint for the hallway, because we was using a step ladder of my mum's to do painting on the ceiling, and then where it's rested against the wall, it's left black marks. So now I have to actually repaint that area, so that's really annoying. But then I was also looking at some antique brass knobs to go on the bedside tables and the wardrobe in the main bedroom. But I don't know what millimetres they are. It's either 30 or 35. So I need to go home and measure it first before I come back and get it, because the lady did say that works here, if you cut open packaging and it's not in a way where they can reseal it and sell it, then you can't return it, which I was quite surprised by. Didn't know B&Q had those rules, but there we are. We've also got some quite nice garden furniture here, actually. Some barbecues. I really like this set, but I want a table that's higher up. I also really like this one, but again, I want a table that's higher up that I can eat at like that. But I don't want grey. Everywhere seems to be grey, and I don't want any grey in the garden. I really love that chair. I saw a nice one on Argos, actually. It's £250, which Mum sent me a link to, and I'm tempted to get it, but I also quite like looking at a Facebook Marketplace to see if anyone's selling any as well. Got a sale here as well. Recently painted the patio outside a white colour, and it looks so much better, but it's so white that it's actually blinding when you go outside in the sun. So the one I'm going to be getting is this one. Got a test for this ages ago, but this is the one that we are going to get. We also tried the almond white and these rock salt ones somewhere, but this one looked the best. So this one we're going for. Guys, I had a spillage at dinner on these trousers I was wearing today. They're just from H&M. So I've used this opportunity to try this out. This is what one of the pens that I got, the stain remover pens from The Go from America in Target. That's with it on it, so I'm hoping that it dries. Oh, I need to put on this bit as well. Bloody soy sauce gets everywhere, at least when you're clumsy like me. But fingers crossed it works.
Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, and I know I vlogged yesterday being like, oh, don't know washing, I'm going to do food shop, I'll take you with me. And foul. I didn't. I went and click and collected. Yeah, the Waitrose shop, bit crooked. And then I didn't do anything. We obviously put the food shopping away, had dinner. We just had some oven pizzas. It was kind of disappointing because we were both fancy Domino's. We were like, oh, we've got pizza. It's like when your mum and your kids says, oh yeah, pizza. And it is literally, I look crazy. It is literally just oven pizza and not Domino's, which is never as good, but it was still lovely. We had some roasted garlic alioli dip, which definitely improved it. And as you can probably hear right now, we are having some bacon. I've just got it cooking because Saturdays are for bacon toasties in this household. Sundays are pancakes. Saturdays are bacon. And I'm in charge. But yeah, so that's all that happened. Got back from the food shop, unpacked it, and I did more washing. That was it. And we just literally sat on the sofa, watched first half of Sex and the City the movie because I'm rewatching it all, and Loose Going Handle half. We'll maybe do the other half tonight. And then a bit of Clarkson's Farm, and went to bed. And I finished Onyx Storm, and I'm like, that last page, if you've watched it, I'm like, and I'm like googling when the next book is. I look crazy. I'm googling when the next book is, and it's like not till late 2026, maybe even 2027. And I'm like I'm sad. Like, does anyone get this? I've not had this for a while after a book, but I'm actually sad. I'm depressed. I'm missing them. I miss Zayden. I miss Violet. I need them back in my life. Do I reread it? Maybe. But when I popped out this morning, I've got this book, which is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, Carissa Broadbent, the Shadowborn Duet, Book 1. I know this Crowns of Nyaxa. There's like a few books in this world, but this is book 1 of this kind of like duo book. So it's just like a two book series. So nothing too like hefty. I do want to do Throne of Glass, and I will do it this year. I will. I just don't know when. It's such a big commitment. All those books. I think I just need to tell myself that I don't need to read them all in order. Like I can If I want to stop and have a broken glass one, I can. Maybe I'll get the first grown glass one. Because part of me thinks I should just get a Kindle and get it on there, because it's a lot of books and the bookshelves are filling up. But then I like to have the hard copies as like trophies. I don't really have the space for that many hard copy books. I picked it up this morning because we popped to Asda because we needed to get cash out, because we did a little Facebook Marketplace collection, and it's a goodie. Put it this way, I didn't haggle. I didn't haggle one bit because I didn't want to lose it. And that's not like me. So yeah, we drove half hour there and back this morning to pick that up, to help my mum's partner because he had a van. So we're going to build that shortly. That's how my Saturday's like. We were going to go for a run, but obviously Facebook Marketplace took priority. I was looking at my photos this morning when I was waiting for Liz to wake up, and we actually exchanged, I thought it was while we were away, but we actually exchanged on the 29th, which is yesterday, and we did like our first night here on the 30th, which is obviously today. So we had some Lindt chocolate yesterday, we got that on the food shop, and that was our little celebration. But yeah, just looking back at the photos from like literally a year ago when we moved in, it's just crazy. It's taken this long to get some furniture pieces that we've needed for a while. If you know, you know. The upstairs front room has been looking like an IKEA set for quite a while since we moved in. That's all about to change this afternoon. So once I've supplied Lewis with a baking toasty, he's getting up there and getting the toolkit out. You'll notice I've got some swat. I picked up a couple of friends on my way to Italy and on my way home. Me and Rhino, we just don't mix. I'm a BA girly. So yeah, I won't be doing that again. I will need to do some face masks. I did do my LED mask for the first time in a few days yesterday, and it was lovely. I'm going to go finish cooking this bacon and put my third wash on because I'm still not done. So it's a bit later on, still haven't built the wardrobe, but we're just about to go do this. But I've just had a delivery come. I thought I'd unbox it with you. Lewis is having his coffee. It's from Skims. I got a couple bits in there now. I say wish, but I could have easily got more. But I was in the market for a standard black jumper, and I was looking at the aloe yoga ones, which are obviously, well, they're quite expensive. They're like £100, and everyone says the quality of them's crap. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I've had Skims stuff before, obviously multiple Skims items before, and I've had Skims like jogger sets before, and the quality is really good. So I got this jumper in a small, just like a standard crew neck. I didn't go oversized, and now I'm thinking, why didn't I do that? Because I do like oversized, but then I didn't want it to be like so oversized. It's like Lewis's jumper. I just wanted to be able to wear this with like gym sets, and the branding on it is super minimal. And the light, you can kind of see it says Skims there. I'm super soft, so yeah, I just perfect. I'm annoyed that this didn't come before it went away, because this would have been perfect to take on the plane with me. This is just what I was after. And then in an extra small, again in black, I got some shorts. Very similar to what I have on actually. These are the linen ones from H&M I have. But these are a cotton short. And obviously this is all in the sale. They're still expensive because it's Skims, but not overly expensive. And these are like kind of more like lounging at home. These look like men's boxers, essentially. Maybe I'll show them with Lewis. But yeah, I got these are the boxer shorts. They're just really soft cotton for lounging at home. Although you probably could wear them out and about. But yeah, that was all I got from the sale. Can't fault Skims for loungewear, pyjamas, underwear. I love it. I'm getting bits from there when I need basics or whatever. And I swear Skims is always something that Lewis buys me as well, because he knows I like it. Like when it's my birthday or Christmas or whatever, there'll always be something from Skims, because he just knows it's a winner-winner chicken dinner situation. But yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs now with Lewis. He's just sat down to go on the X-Wilks. Don't know who he's kidding, he ain't paying that. We're gonna go. we're gonna build the wardrobe, and I'll show you in a minute. It looks gorgeous. I mean, it's definitely on the bigger side for the room. You can see, so if I show you, obviously this is kind of like a semi-converted loft. I can't remember what it's called. It's not masonette. Mezzanine level. And our roof is kind of open here. Thank God, because you can see our roof starts to curve there, like our ceiling, I mean. And it so we can't get it fully flush to the wall, but I don't really care. So yeah, thank God it's a bit taller there, because there it would fit, but only just. Because this is like the original cottage of the house. The back room where we, where we live, where we sleep, is an extension a lot higher. But yeah, me and this built it. It took us about an hour and a half, because the lady that we collected it from on Facebook Marketplace kindly dismantled it so that we could get it up our hallway, essentially. And yeah, it took about an hour and a half, a bit longer than I thought. I guessed half hour, so a bit longer. Lewis is just outside doing some gardening now. She's been cutting the lawn and whatever. Now this has got to go, because how crap does that piece of IKEA rubbish look next to that gorgeous work of art wardrobe? So actually the mirror I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace currently, someone's meant to be coming to collect this later, but I'm yet to hear from them, so who knows. And then these drawers I want to try and empty. As you can see, I've got a drawer there, but that leaves 3 drawers. So if I open this, one of the good things as well, because everything in our house is wonky because it's old, this is just it on the inside. It has these things, so it like stays shut. I've also got obviously the shelf there, so arguably as well, I was thinking I could get like storage boxes like we get from IKEA. IKEA is good for some things, people. And that could be like a drawer. So really, I'm like, that's 2 drawers gained. So I just need to, if I can find stuff for the other 2 drawers in there, I could potentially put this on Facebook Marketplace as well and just scrap having drawers there until, I don't know, I see a nice one at an antiques fair that I think will go. Because I would love to just get rid of that. It's actually, I was talking earlier how it's like a year today since we moved in, and it's a long time coming. It's funny because originally, you'll know that if you've been following us for a while, I wanted IKEA packs, fitted wardrobes in here, but I went off that idea. Obviously, you can make them look so beautiful. People put paneling on them. They look great. I think they look amazing. And if ever I was to do fitted wardrobes, that's what I would do to keep the cost down. Sorry, I'm just noticing on my under eye, I've got like a couple spots on my under eye. What the hell? Can anyone see that? Anyway, back to wardrobes. But then I went off that idea because I thought something more like standalone would go. And obviously we're not going to be here forever. I think we might be here longer than I originally thought because of other reasons. By choice, obviously. So yeah, I think it's not worth putting built-in ones in, but I don't think we'd be able to do IKEA ones here because of how uneven the floor is, how uneven the ceilings are on the walls, because it's such an old property. So because of that, I think freestanding works a lot better, and it just goes, what with it being an old house. So I'm very happy with these. I've just given them a bit of a clean. They weren't dirty at all. The woman's house who we collected them for, she had immaculate taste. I could just see in that the hallway and through to her kitchen, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And she's selling her house, and that's why she was selling the wardrobes, so they won't fit in their new house. Naturally, I did have to have a little look on Rightmove so I could see the whole house. She decked it out immaculately. So they came from a loving home, and now they're in this loving home. So yeah, £55 later. I did not haggle whatsoever because I really wanted them. And now they're here, so let's fill them, shall we? Because I've been rambling for far too long. Okay, so update. I have managed to empty this drawer, which is essentially my gym drawer, really, and pop it all in here, which is great. Great news. And I've also managed to rejig stuff around and give myself an extra drawer over here. So I think I'm going to... It feels weird to have bras at the bottom of the chest of drawers, but as many bras as I have, you don't really need to see all my bras. I don't really wear them. I wear my Skims ones, obviously my gym ones, quite a bit. But that's it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put my gym bras in there actually, so all my gym stuff's together. Because the other thing I have in here is like sweatshirts and joggers, which I can probably put on a shelf in, like, I've just put these bags up here for now, but they're not necessarily going to stay. Don't mind that. In like if I get some like storage baskets to put them up there. The only thing that is annoying with this wardrobe, you can see, look, the hanging space is so much. Well, not as much. You probably could put a pole up here and move this shelf up higher, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I think I'm just going to rejig like where I hang and how I hang certain things. So like longer coats will go where in a different wardrobe where I have longer hanging space. But for now, I've just done this because I don't want to be in here all day doing this because the weather is gorgeous. And that's really annoying. Lewis has already finished his gardening jobs, and he's outside about to start reading his book and relaxing. I would love to join him. So yeah, I'm going to put some stuff in there and rejig. And I think I'm like soon can empty this. Then I could just put it on Facebook and get it out my house, which would be great. So it's slightly later in the evening now, and I've just made dinner, ignore my burnt pan. And we're having kind of like a Nando's night. I picked up this sauce in the food shop yesterday, and it's amazing if you want to do like a fakeaway Nando's at home. But I also picked up these wraps, which are apparently like the Jason's bread equivalent for wraps. The ingredients are really good on them. I know I can make my own, and I do actually have the ingredients to make my own, but this is just a bit less faff when I can't be bothered. So yeah, I just thought I'd share those with you in case you weren't aware of the hype. But yeah, this is dinner. I'm gonna have another one, don't be fooled. And I think we're going to sit out in the garden.
I'm going to show you my Ocado shop. I realised I did in the last vlog. I promise you, this is a quick, short one, and there will be other stuff in the vlog. But I love seeing what people buy from food shops, so I hope you do too. If not, comment saying, Amy, we hate it, stop showing us your food, and I will bear that in mind. But if not, I'm going to show you. So I've got some whole wheat spaghetti. This is because I'm going to make spaghetti bolognese this week. I've been craving a spaghetti bolognese for weeks, and I don't know why I keep forgetting it when I do the food shop. But I remember this time. So I've got whole wheat spaghetti, got some organic beef, which is obviously for the spaghetti bolognese. Got some organic chicken, gonna make some fajitas. I got a second beef and I can't remember what this meal is for. I literally can't remember, so I'll have to come back to you on that one. Got some Parmesan oregano, which is an essential to go on top of the bolognese. I also use this when I do carbonara, and I didn't have any, so I thought I'd grab one of those. I got this, which is from M&S, which is quite fun. This is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Realised now it says it serves 4 people, and it's meant to be for 2 people, so that's going to be quite large. British chicken shawarma, 8 tender chicken thighs with a garlic drizzle, an aromatic sprinkle, and finished with crispy onions. I mean, that sounds and looks so good. I was either going to have this like on its own as a meat dish and like other things around it, or have it as the chicken in the wraps, but obviously I've got this one if not for fajitas, so we'll see. I reckon I will use this for fajitas, and then, well, I don't know yet actually, because this would be really nice in a wrap, wouldn't it? But then I don't want to like not be able to taste how good it is because it's in a wrap, so we'll see. But either way, we've got options here. This is one of the sides I thought I could do with it. This is M&S, peas, rabbits and broccoli with the herb and lemon butter. I don't know how I'm going to put these meals together, but I worked out when I ordered it, I know that. I've also got some celery, got some organic celery. It is for the spaghetti bolognese. My aunt put celery in it, and I like it in it. And the celery is so good for you, so I just thought, why not take the opportunity to have a meal that can have celery added to it and have the health benefits of that. So I got that. Also got some lighter cheddar cheese, mature cheddar from M&S. This, honestly, I use this all the time, and I didn't realise I had no cheese, so just some cheese. Some more organic tomatoes. These have become my favourite tomatoes, the Ocado ones. I don't know if you can see, they're all just perfectly sized, equal, organic, and they're really tasty. Like, they're just my favourite ones now, and they're not a bad price at all. They're like £2. So I always get these. Another M&S side, which will go with one of the chickens. This one is carrot and swede crushed with butter and cream. Oh, I didn't realise I had butter and cream in it. That's annoying. That's not going to be as healthy as I anticipated then, is it really? Oh no, it's just carrot, swede, butter, a bit of single cream, salt, cracked pepper, and ground nutmeg. That's not actually that bad, that's fine. Another M&S line I've not had before is these fajita wedges. Are they fajita? Yeah, fajita spiced potato wedges. I hope they're not too spicy. I hate spice, which you'll know if you're not new to the channel, but it does have a little mild chili on it, so we will see. Got a little dip. Maybe it's just the dip that's spicy, but they look so good. I know it's super easy to just buy potatoes, cut them up, make wedges. I did it earlier in the week, but I like that these have got a little paprika vibe to it. I do have paprika, but I don't know, sometimes you just want the easy life, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to friggin' chop, peel, part boil, roast your potatoes. Sometimes you just want to have them in the dish, put them in the oven, do you know what I mean? And that's one of those evenings. Some more of these oranges. I got them last time, I think I showed you, the organic ones. Although they are quite a faff to cut, I'm not going to lie, they are really tasty. And I got some little easy peelers from the supermarket that were not like the best range or organic, and they were actually a bit rubbish, I'm not going to lie. I really didn't expect that to be the case, but they were. So I've gone back to my organic ways. So I've got the oranges there, some more peppers, literally used a lot of pepper today in one of the dinners, so got some more of those. Are they both red? Sometimes you get like a nice yellow one and a red one, but the last couple of times they've both been red, which I don't mind, but I do kind of prefer the orange and the yellow. They're a bit sweeter. And then I've also got some more lettuce. Again, I can't remember what this is for. What meal is this for? I don't remember. I've got it anyway once I remember. And then just a couple more things. I've got some chopped tomatoes, which is obviously for the spaghetti bolognese. Got some M&S ones this time, piadinas, extra virgin olive oil, piadinas, basically wraps, but much healthier, from the M&S range, which will be for fajitas. To be honest with you, this is quite a nice size because they're not the large, but they're not the little mini ones either. They're like in between, which is quite nice. So we'll see how that goes. I might end up getting more of those. And then the last thing is some beans. Not organic. If you remember last vlog, I got some organic beans. These are not organic. They were actually really nice beans, not gonna lie, but they were M&S, so maybe that's why. And these are just avocado. So we'll see how that goes. This is for I'm gonna do jacket potato with cheese and beans and tuna. But the jacket potato is gonna be the jacket potato is gonna be sweet potato, which I didn't get from Ocado because the only place that I can see, oh, I've got an avocado as well for the guacamole for the fajitas. But yeah, the only place I can find sweet potatoes that are like a really big decent size you can do a jacket potato with is actually in Aldi. I've searched other supermarkets and I can't seem to find them. Whereas Aldi have massive ones that you can use for a jacket potato. So if you want to make a little healthy swap from potato to jacket potato, get yourself to Aldi. Currently Sunday. This will last till the end of next week because obviously I had another one that I showed you recently, which was a couple of days ago. I just did another one because I wanted to use the voucher before it expired and I knew I needed a lot of this stuff, so that is why I did another order. This is a Ninja Creamy. I have just got this out of the freezer now. It looks like there's basically nothing in it, and that's because that is kind of the case. Saw this on TikTok and I'm going to try it tonight. You have to get it out like 20 to 30 minutes before you put it in the Ninja Creamy because it needs to defrost a little bit, and sometimes you need to put it under the warm tap on the edges so it actually will blend properly, which sounds like a lot of faff, but this is literally just 2 bananas mashed up and frozen. So I'm leaving that out to what's name. I will try and put a little picture here. I won't be able to put the video in, but I'll put a picture of the screenshot of the TikTok to show you how the consistency of that is supposed to come out, and it's literally just bananas. So we will see, fingers crossed. I will add a little bit of milk in if I have to keep re-spinning it and it's not the consistency we want. Because I've got, there's 2 Ninja Creamies and I've got like not the basic one, I don't want to say basic because Ninja Creamy is not a basic, you know, appliance in the kitchen, but it's the one where you've got like 6 options, whereas there's a deluxe one that's literally got about 10, if not more, options of things you can make with it in terms of the consistency. I don't really see how it makes that much difference because the blades are going round, like it's just blending it regardless, I would have thought, but either way, less options. So I'm going to go in with that tonight and I will show you how it goes. Last night I made an incredibly good Ninja Creamy, one of the best I've actually made. I'll show you what I put in it, even though I've eaten all of it, so whenever you make it I'll show you what it looks like, but I'll just show you what I put in it because if you've got one, I promise you it was delicious. It is literally just this yogurt, well, kefir, and some fresh strawberries. Now I will say the strawberries I used were M&S, which I personally think are far superior and delicious and really just make the difference in the whole thing. And then literally just this yogurt. Normally I wouldn't buy flavoured yogurts, whether it's Greek yogurt or kefir, whatever it is. Whenever I look on the back, it's always got loads of crap in it. But this is a vanilla one and it literally is just the yogurt with the fermented bacteria because it's obviously kefir. Chicory root fibre, natural flavouring of vanilla extract and vanilla bean, and that is it, and it is so delicious on its own. So I put 150 grams of this in, which I think is, let me just double check, it was like between 100 and 150 calories when I weighed it out, and then literally just chopped strawberries, literally just mix it together a bit, freeze it for 24 hours, put it in the Ninja Creamy. I just put it on the normal ice cream setting, not light ice cream. Span it twice, didn't put any other liquid in, no milk. I mean, if you want, you can put a dash in, but I didn't. And then I think it was the second or third spin, it came out a really nice consistency. And honestly, it was so delicious. And I really think it's because this is a vanilla flavoured yoghurt. So it kind of is like a strawberries and cream one. So it's really nice and creamy. And even just that, it smells so good. I will definitely rebuy this. And it's literally just kefir. I can't actually go over how nice it tasted when it is so healthy and so low calorie. So I'll definitely be remaking that. In fact, I might make it tonight because I think my dish has just got 5 minutes left, and I've got some more Ninja Creamy tubs in there that will be clean, and then I can have this prepped for whenever I want it in the evening. It was honestly so good. So that's one I would really recommend. I'll let you know how the banana one turns out. But yeah, honestly, it's been so hot this weekend, and having Ninja Creamy in the evening has been a real little treat. So I decided I'm going to make it right now. So we've got yogurt in here so far. This is 155 grams. I did say 150, but it's just because I put the extra 5 grams in because I've now used up the whole tub, so I can throw that away. And then I'm going to put all of these strawberries in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, what I thought to say is that after I mixed this in the Ninja Creamy, I did a mixing option and chopped up some other fresh strawberries in because it does taste really good. I don't have anything else other than these at the moment, the M&S one. So when I come to make this, I will just obviously get some more strawberries and then do a mixing as well. I know it looks like there's hardly anything in there, but once you mix it in there, it really does fill up the whole tub when it's like defrosted and everything. So I'm going to put all of these in now. So it's all mixed in, and then I'm just going to put the lid on and put it in the fridge, and that is literally it. Simplest Ninja Creamy I think you will ever find, other than obviously the banana one because it's just too much bananas as well. So if that's any good, these are the 2 best ones that I have found so far.
Good morning, everybody. It is the following day. It's actually, I think it's the afternoon now. I think it's like 1 o'clock. Maybe 1:30, maybe 2. I don't actually know. But I didn't show you the wardrobe and everything yesterday. As you can see, there's now no drawers and no mirror. They were both sold on Facebook Marketplace. The mirror went yesterday, the drawers went this morning, and yeah. So this is the current setup. The only thing is that like we've put it in the corner for obvious reasons, but now we have this like kind of dead space, and I don't really know what to do with it. I don't really feel like I want to just fill it with drawers for the sake of it, but at the same time I do think it does look a bit like something's missing. When you walk into the room though, it does look good because it just feels really open. We did toy with moving the mirror to here, but I love that it's next to the window because obviously the lighting. But yeah, what do you think? Maybe we'll move it and see if it looks better. This chair is just an antique chair that my parents had forever, and now I have it. I claimed it. But yeah, this is the wardrobe. I'm so happy with it. Yeah, and I think it goes really nicely with those drawers. Again, like those drawers, we could probably move there and put them next to it. But I kind of like that when you walk up the stairs, you look in the mirror and you see the drawers. These are very cluttered though. These Vogue magazines, really, I don't want out, to be honest. But where I've had this lent against the wall, it's made a mark, and so I need to touch it up with the paint, which we do have, luckily. It's Dulux Timeless in here. But until I do that, I'm just going to leave that there for now, like resting on those Vogue magazines. These perfumes and like jewellery and makeup, it's just a lot of clutter on here. I want to get shelves in the bathroom, maybe above here, but I'm thinking more so actually above the toilet. And then I could put like decorative stuff like cotton buds. Sorry, the lighting's making it look weird. Yeah, like cotton buds. My makeup bag could sit there because it's quite a pretty one. Maybe a candle, you know, just nice shelves. They actually had some really gorgeous shelves in the bathroom where we stayed in Italy in our apartment at the wedding venue, and I was like, Lewis, this is the type of vibe I want for the shelves in the bathroom. I swear Lewis thinks like, oh yay, we've got wardrobe, we're done now. House. No, the list is never ending. Lewis has actually just been outside gardening the front garden, and it looks lovely. But yeah, so like that won't be here basically is what I was trying to get at. And then those perfumes maybe could go somewhere else, because again, another shelf. This is going to have like a collage of photos. I'm thinking of putting like a shelf along here, like, you know, like where you just have like those peg hooks and then like a shelf on top which can be decorative, and I could put my perfumes there. That was a potential thought. I mean, I could just bring them in here maybe and put that there. That doesn't need to be there. Maybe we should try that. Maybe I'll go get the perfumes. Bear with. Okay, the perfumes didn't look right in there. But yeah, I don't mind the clutter because I'm quite a fan of something called like intentional clutter, in that your home is cluttered with things that you love and that make up kind of, you know, moments of your life and your personality. Having said that, that is just a bit messy for me, that bit. So we'll sort that out. The biggest issue I've now got is this. I'm not a fan of this red watch box. It does not go anywhere in our house, so we've had it out forever. But Lewis needs to have access to this for obvious reasons. Now, where the heck is it going to go? Because there's definitely no room there. I just don't know where to put it. I found somewhere for the watch box in a cupboard, which is kind of where it belongs, not gonna lie, because it doesn't really go with the house. My skin at the minute is so bad, can you see? And redness there. I don't know what's going on with me. Like I said before, my skin does not like Ryanair flights. But as it stands, I was going to do some painting. However, I think what I'm actually going to go do is sit in the garden and start my new book to try and cure my depression over finishing Onyx Storm, because I'm absolutely depressed. I just miss them. I miss Aiden, I miss Violet. Everyone needs to watch it. I think that series, for me, it's, yeah, it might be my favourite. I say that, but ACOTAR, Rice Land, come on. But it is so good. But the thing is with like ACOTAR is that like we then had other books within the realm and with those characters. So I felt like, oh, hello, like I'm not missing them. They're still there. But yeah, ACOTAR and Fourth Wing, they're probably on the same level for me. They're just really good. If you've not read them, I highly recommend. But yeah, I'm going to go start a new book and hopefully it's going to fill that void for me and I'm going to love it.
Excuse the washing over there, but I've been watching the Freya Killing vlogs and she's doing a lot of stuff to her home because she got a new home, and it's made me realise a few things I want to get myself for the home. So I've been having a look online and I basically want to get something from the hallway like this that I can store my shoes in. But I really want like a cushion above it. I eventually did decide on this one, not in the vintage grey. I wanted it in the, what do they call it, the distressed cream. This is on Wayfair, by the way, but the distressed cream is the only one that isn't in stock. That's not my postcode, by the way. I don't know why it says that. But I don't want the dark one because that doesn't go. I don't want the black, that doesn't go. I don't want grey, even though that looks kind of like a beigey, taupey colour. It does say grey, so I won't be getting that. And yeah, the only one they haven't really got is this one, which they call Distressed Cream, which is the only one that I think would maybe go. Which is so annoying because I was going to style it like this with pillows on top, or just get like a long, thin cushion on top that you normally get. I've looked at so many. There was one from John Lewis that I really liked as well. But this one is really good because obviously you've got the storage in the drawers and the baskets, and I think the other one was just baskets. Let me check. Yeah, so this one is described as greige as well, so it's a mix between grey and beige, which is not ideal, but it still looks okay. I do like this one. It's a good price and everything. It's just the basket, so I really do prefer the other one, which is really annoying. So I'm hoping it comes back in stock. But obviously I've got this brown sofa, which I showed you before in the other vlogs, and we can't get the matching chair because it's just out of stock. It's still been out of stock, and honestly I think that was about 4 months ago. So I've been looking at chairs and things like that, like maybe like a burgundy colour. I've got some burgundy pillows on top of the bed upstairs, which again you would have seen in a previous video if you saw those vlogs with the updates. But the one I like the most is probably this one so far. Oh no, was it this one? It looks weird there, but then in this picture it looks really nice, so I'm going with this as being the colour. It's called Claret, so a really nice burgundy colour. The only other one I like was well over £1,000, which was similar to this, but I even like that it's got the gold sort of bits at the end because we've got some gold and antique brass stuff in the home as well. I also want to get a long lamp, a bit like that, not necessarily like exactly like that, but that kind of vibe. So I really think that would go. So this one I like the best so far. Say from Huddersfield, which I don't want to do. This website is called Furniture 123. So if anyone's ordered from this website before, please let me know. I mean, it does say Trustpilot, quite a good rating, but obviously that's on the website, so I need to check it myself. But yeah, this is the chair I like the most so far. There's also this one on Donnell, which is quite nice. Sorry, that's the noise of the Ninja Cream in the background. But this one, I think this seems more orangey coloured. I know it's so hard to tell because it's like, you know, what's the word, like it's not in person, but I feel like it did say somewhere in the description like the colour, it was an orangey colour, I can't remember now, but it looks orangey to me. So I just really feel like this one is more what I'm kind of going for. I mean, yeah, I could get a brown, but it's never going to match the same brown as this exactly, or I'll be lucky to. So therefore I think the red would be a nice contrast but still go nicely with it.
Hello everybody, so it's a bit later on now. I was reading in the garden. I say reading in the garden, I read like 2 chapters. And then I just was scrolling, because as you do. And then I actually came upstairs and did some painting. Look how bad it looks. It's because I've only done 1 coat. So, yeah. And obviously I still have all the woodwork and cutting in to do. But yeah, it's 1 less coat than what I have to do next weekend or in the evening. Takes 3 coats to get it the colour I like. But we're just about to leave now because we're going to Lewis's parents for a roast dinner. So I put on my Skims set, got the Skims boxes on and the sweatshirt I showed you. It's probably a bit warm for it, to be honest, especially eating a roast dinner, but I'm just excited to wear it. And I couldn't really go out in my kind of like nightie that I had on earlier today. So this is what I'm wearing for a Sunday roast.